So the amazing Phoebe Lee is with us tonight. Now, Phoebe Lee's a travel writer, blogger, travel extraordinaire, and she's going to give us some words of wisdom, words of advice on how to motivate us to go out and travel and do that next adventure. But rather than me blabber on about it, I'm going to let her take the stage and tell us all about it. Come on down, Phoebe. Round of applause.
Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for coming. I'm beyond excited and happy to see everybody here. I didn't even know what blogging was, and Matt said to me, start a blog. So he told me how to do that, and I just got on WordPress and started, and it started from there. And on day one, nobody read it, and then 6 months later, 3 people read it. And today, thousands of people read it, and that is the most surreal thing in the world. And even if nobody still read it, I would still be doing it. And I think that is a big part of success. Doing something that you love, regardless of the money, of any kind of recognition, but doing it because you have to, because it's in you and you have to do it no matter what. What I want to do now is just take you through some of the essentials of travel blogging. The thing is that all of these things are what I use, but whatever it is that you're into, you can start with just the basics. I started hosting my blog on WordPress for free. You don't need money to start that. I still use a Hotmail account. You don't need money to start that. So it can get into your head, oh, I need all this money, all this money, all this money. If you really love something and you really want to do it, you can just start it. If you want to start a blog of your own, whether it be travel, beauty, lifestyle, arts and crafts, whatever it is, you can go home and you can start it tonight. Just jump on WordPress and get it up and running for free. It's that simple. There's nothing holding you back. The most important things that you can need to start a blog is what's inside you. So that is a really good work ethic. You have to really, really want it. People always ask me, how come your blog is successful and not somebody else's? It's because I want it more than they do. And that might sound arrogant, that might sound lame, I don't know, but it had to work. There was no other option for me. There was no option where I stay in my job and I live that life out. It was, I quit my job and this works, or I starve to death because I'm not going back to that job. This is going to work. So I think it's really important to get that right, to get it right in your head. What do I really want? And find something that you want more than anything else and really go after it, and you can have it. We just went to New Zealand last year, and I had seriously underrated New Zealand. I was like, oh yeah, it's just across the way, like how good can it be? And now it's one of my favourite places I have ever been. It is so beautiful. It's also me. This is awkward for me, seeing these up here. It's like, when someone takes your phone and you want to show them one photo and they keep scrolling, it's like all your selfies. This is like the ultimate of that. Do you ever hear that hotel rooms in Tokyo are really, really small? They are, they're really small, and we splashed out for the last few nights to stay in this beautiful big hotel room, mainly because we love Lost in Translation and wanted to get a photo like this. And Tokyo is just one of those places that takes your breath away. It's like a big playground for adults. If you had to choose one place, what's your favourite place you've ever been to? And I know this is really lame, but it's Queensland. I love where we live. I go crazy for it. Tourism Queensland love it. They're like, you're the guy. I have always wanted to go swimming with turtles because they're magical. Why would you not? And Tourism Queensland asked me to go on this trip, and my number one priority was just to swim with these turtles. I just had to. They're so beautiful. This is a photo Matt took up at Rainbow Beach. Has anybody been to Rainbow Beach? Do you love it? Yeah, I love it. Hey, the Carlo sand blow. So there are some really simple things that you can do to improve your photography. I learned all of this the hard way because I had no idea what I was doing. One important thing is just about the rule of thirds, and this isn't something I took seriously, but it really does make a difference. Have you seen, and I use this on my iPhone, you can put on a grid, and you can take it when you take the photos, or you can use it in Instagram as well. You've probably seen it, maybe you skip past it. Repositioning your photos or taking them initially to line up with as much stuff as possible on this grid just makes it more appealing to the eye for some reason. It's just the way that it balances. So another really important thing to think about is golden hour. A lot of people go out and they take their photos in the middle of the day when the sun is kind of blaring down on them, and that's great. Maybe it looks really pretty to the eye. But the best times of day to go out and get your photographs are in the morning or in the afternoon, and that's when the light gets that really beautiful glow. unfortunately, it's also when you like to go to the pub and drink. You cannot. You must go and photograph. Quite often before you might go to a place, you might see a photo and think, that's beautiful, I'm going to take the exact same one. Good idea, go there, take it, and then take another one. Walk 2 paces to the left, get up on something, get down low, put something in the picture, just move around. Make it interesting and make it different. That's going to make it stand out. The best thing you can do is just be honest and be yourself. Write how you write, say what you want to say, and just let it come from the heart. And people really respond to that. I feel like I'm the most weird and awkward person alive, and people say, hey, I like that because I'm really weird and awkward, and I go, oh, thanks, I feel better. And don't be afraid to experiment. I read something the other day, and it said you feel free to reinvent yourself as many times as you want in your life. And I really loved that, because it's so easy to get locked in and think, this is me. This is who I am in my life. I am this person, I work this job, I wear these clothes, this is how I've done it, this is how I'll always do it. And that's great. But don't be afraid to step outside that and be someone completely different, and tell people, like I said to Matt, that you want to be a travel writer, or tell people that you want to be a professional cosplayer, or tell people that whatever it is, you want to invent the next great travel gadget, whatever it is you want to do, don't ever be afraid to do it. All of those fears, all of those things that I was worried about were things like not having money or not having a place to live. But none of those fears eventuated. They were just things that I put in my way. They were my own obstacles. And as soon as I gave in and surrendered to what I really knew was right, everything changed. And I knew it was the right thing to do because it just worked. It has been easier. And even now, like every single day, I'm learning more and more to trust myself and open up. And the more I do it, the easier things become. More work comes your way. More money comes your way. More food comes your way. Everything just clicks together, and it's just this sense of flow, and you just feel happy all the time, and that's because you're just doing something that you love. Whatever your hopes and dreams are, you can have those right now. You just have to make a start. That's all I did. You just make a start. Don't let the routine get on top of you. Don't let that routine roll on. Find a way to push yourself outside that zone, and for me that's travel, because you don't want to get to 80 years old and just realize that you didn't do what you wanted to do when you can do it right now. Trust me, I was 26 and I thought I'd messed my life up. I thought I really stuffed this up at 26. I've already missed my life calling and I can't fix it. That wasn't true. 6 months later I was making steps to change it. And honestly, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm from Logan, guys. I did it. I survived. Beautiful Katie down there has a microphone. If anybody would like to ask any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. I just need a sip of water. Really cool. But I would just like to say a really big thank you from the bottom of my heart. I cannot believe that you guys even showed up. I appreciate it so much, and I'm so happy that you came, and I feel like everyone's here for a reason, and I hope everybody got something out of it. And I would also like to really say thank you to Rob and the girls, and also to Tim and everybody for setting this up. It's fantastic, and thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
All right. And on that note, I think you deserve a round of applause, Phoebe. So